his late father, E.A. Mahama, a politician, once lived in political exile in Nigeria, and he was sent to stay with him to keep him company. He returned to the West African country on Monday, this time to receive a revered chieftaincy title. That is the story of President John Mahama. And speaking shortly after the traditional ruler of Ile-Ife, the Onu of Ife in Osun State, conferred the honor on him, President Mahama recalled with excitement his stay in Nigeria. He dedicated the title to his Nigerian stepmother and many others who played significant roles in his life. Presidential Affairs correspondent Maxwell Agbaba has more.
A resplendent display of culture, rich tradition, and brass band music sets the tone for the ceremony. The music, a Yoruba rendition of Ghana's hit song Asem Papa. We are currently here at Ile-Ife. It is located here in the Osun State in Nigeria. It is considered as the spiritual and ancestral home of the Yoruba people. President John Mahama is going to be bestowed upon a prestigious chieftaincy title, which loosely translates as the president who reorganizes the global space. And of course, we've known the huge contributions of President Mahama in terms of his advocacy for multilateralism, urging nations not to work in silos but work together to tackle global challenges like climate change and economic inequalities. Welcome to Ile-Ife. Though it's a Monday, it hardly feels like one, as commercial activities have come to a complete standstill. Among the distinguished guests already present are the Emir of Kano, business magnate Aliko Dangote, and former Botswana President Masisi, plus several other prominent Nigerians. President John Mahama arrived in grand style, conveyed in a horse-drawn chariot. He was accompanied by aides of the traditional ruler of Ife, bare-chested, adorned with white clothes wrapped around their waist and carrying gifts fashioned in gold-like ornaments. In his address, the traditional ruler of Ile-Ife, His Imperial Majesty Oba Adeyeye Enitan Egunsi Ojaja II, spoke extensively about the deep ancestral ties between the Yoruba people and the Ga people of Ghana.
The Ga people, if you look to your left hand side where you are seated, all the way down here is the Agako compound. That's where they came from. The majority of the entire Ghana population. In Ghana, you will say Akwabo. Here we say Ekabo. Does it sound the same? We are all the same. We are one big family.
He described President Mahama as a reformer.
To the glory of God, today you are a reformer. You did magic that has never been done before. Immediately you ascended the throne second time, the entire Ghanaian economy turned around completely. Your ingenuity ways, we're very proud of you. You have a Midas touch and a golden touch. And that is why you are Are Atayeto. You have rearranged Ghana, you have reformed Ghana, and by extension, it has started spreading across the entire black race.
President Mahama, in his response, recalled with excitement his stay in Nigeria during his childhood when his father was in exile in the country.
When Nigeria prospers, Ghana prospers. When Ghana prospers, Nigeria prospers. God brought two of us together. We are like twins of the same mother, except when we are playing football and then when we are cooking jollof. But I want to say this chieftaincy title, I receive it on behalf of all the people of Ghana. it will further cement the relationship between us. And as Oni said, my stepmother of blessed memory, I received this chieftaincy title on her behalf. Hajia Nusrat Balogun. At a point in time when my father had to come into exile, I had just finished university, and it was decided that one of us should come and stay with him. And so I was dispatched to come and keep him company. And so for several years, I lived in Nigeria. I was in Lagos, I was in Offa, and I was even in Kano with our late brother Sharaf Balogun. May he rest in peace. And I was received very warmly, like family. You couldn't tell that I was not originally born here. Almost everybody in Offa knew me. I used to go to different relatives' houses, and wherever I go and food is ready, I'll sit and I'll eat amala or eba and egusi.